Change. It's everywhere around us. We delight in the shifting seasons and watching children grow. Our lives improve as technologies evolve, and the world becomes a cleaner, safer place. And now, perhaps as much as any time in history, change is accelerating at a record pace. For the last 4 decades, the Intermountain Power Project has stood as an anchor of the central Utah economy. The seasons of IPP began with a massive construction effort that transformed a rural community. Exclusively a coal-fueled energy project at the beginning, IPP served its communities well by supplying reliable, affordable energy, while maintaining the highest safety and environmental standards for a facility of its type. In more recent seasons, utilization of the coal units has declined as energy markets and public policy began to shift to other types of energy. Favored with ample resources, land, water, existing electrical transmission infrastructure, a highly skilled workforce, and even the presence of an underground salt dome formation, participants in IPP undertook a multi-year planning process that has led to IPP Renewed. Much more than the development of natural gas-fueled electricity to help fill the gap created when the original coal units shut down in 2025, IPP Renewed will serve as a model for the next season of electricity, integrating wind and solar energy production with grid-scale energy storage and production options such as compressed air energy storage and clean-burning hydrogen produced from renewable energy resources. This new energy season has already begun to dawn as IPP's capable employees have begun laying the groundwork for change while remaining diligent stewards of the original IPP facility. Located in Millard County, Utah, the Intermountain Generating Facility is comprised of 2 900-megawatt coal-fueled generators linked to the Western power grid by a pair of project-owned transmission systems. Although the facility is capable of generating enough electricity for 1.5 million homes, changes in Western power markets have reduced electricity generation at the facility significantly. Although IPP generated more electricity during fiscal 2019 than it did in the previous year, output remained low compared to previous eras. Net generation was 8,704 gigawatt hours, the 3rd lowest output in the project's 32-year operating history. Net facility heat rate, a key measurement of efficiency, was also the 3rd least favorable in history at 9,870 BTUs per kilowatt hour. Efficiency was negatively affected both by low utilization of the generation station and by quality of the coal available to the project. Decreased electricity generation creates challenges for operation and maintenance at large power plants. Generating units that previously ran at steady baseload rates are increasingly called upon to cycle between various output levels. This accelerates wear on some components of the generating station, presenting challenges for availability and reliability. Despite 3 challenges in fiscal 2018, Intermountain Generating Facility posted solid results. Equivalent availability was 92%, about the same as the previous year and the 18th best performance in project history. The equivalent forced outage rate of 1.39% and forced outage rate of 1.29% ranked 21st and 26th respectively for those measurements over the project's history. 9 unit shutdowns occurred during the fiscal year, only 6 of which were unplanned. This is the 6th best performance in project history despite the challenges of operating the plant at low utilization. A 5-week planned maintenance outage for Unit 2 was completed at the end of April 2019. Major projects undertaken included extensive work on the turbine generator, including replacement of the main steam stop and control valve, and inspection and repairs throughout the unit. In the boiler area, major overhauls were conducted on coal pulverizers. A boiler tube replacement program continued and new burners were installed. Major work also occurred in the switchyards of both the generating station and at the Adelanto terminal on the California end of IPP's DC transmission line. A switchyard circuit breaker replacement project continued, and a 9-day bipole outage during the spring maintenance period allowed installation of a new transformer at the Adelanto substation, replacing a transformer that failed. IPP has also ordered spare transformers for the DC substations to guard against any future failures. One of IPP's most remarkable operating accomplishments is related to the generating station's boiler tube failure reduction program. Boiler tube leaks, which are common at large coal-fueled power plants, are an unusual event at Intermountain. Only 5 boiler tube leaks have occurred at IPP in more than 8 years, a significant achievement for any facility, even more for one that is now 32 years old. Decreased electricity generation results in decreased coal consumption. In fiscal 2019, Intermountain Generating Station consumed 3.93 million tons of coal, the 4th lowest annual amount in project history. Coal inventories at the generating station returned to normal levels as coal purchasing activity was adjusted to better match lower electricity generation. In addition to continuing maintenance of existing generating facilities, efforts are now underway for future development at the IPP site. Common facilities, including buildings and warehouses, are being evaluated and reconfigured to accommodate future development on the IPP property. Additionally, in response to new federal regulations for managing coal combustion residuals, a multi-year plan is being created to close ash disposal ponds on the plant site. These plans include handling solid residuals from the plant in full compliance with the new regulations, monitoring groundwater, and alleviating any groundwater impacts on the property. Ensuring the safety of the generating station's employees remains the Intermountain Power Project's top priority. It's also a task that involves every single employee. In 2014, a behavior-based safety program known as VOLTS, Valuing Our Lives Through Safety, was launched. The program trains and deploys observers throughout the facility to identify employee behaviors that need correcting and works with employees and supervisors to resolve them. A central safety committee is also used to evaluate employee suggestions for equipment and physical facilities that will improve safety. 100% of generating facility employees have been trained as VOLTS observers, and several hundred observations are recorded each month. The effectiveness of the VOLTS program is evident in the generating facility's safety statistics. At the end of fiscal 2019, the facility's OSHA lost time incident rate was 0.25, and recordable incident rate was only 1.51 cases per 200,000 hours worked. Safety, efficiency, resourcefulness, and skill are baked into the Intermountain Power Plant culture. These are the attributes that will guide IPP into its next season of providing reliable energy that the American West wants and needs.